NFC East.
See, Randy Orton.
NFC East. Is that what he says?
Yeah. Stupid.
I like Randy Orton.
When he says that to Kofi Kingston.
I like the Viper. Oh, is that like new stuff? I don't watch SmackDown.
That's your problem. NFC East. NFC East.
NFC East.
The NFC.
Oh, man. Okay, 10-6, Dallas. Returning winners.
You go ahead. You can start it. It's your show. I'm just living in it.
I'm going to buy Dallas. I'm going to buy Dallas to 12.
Wow. Even with all the turmoil this offseason.
I'm going to buy Dallas to 12 because there's other teams in the conference, not just the division, but the conference that I see regressing enough to give them the wins.
I could see, especially in their division, which is 2 teams, that's it.
Yeah, 12 might be much. 10 or 11.
I'm going to hold?
I'm going to buy slightly. I'm going to buy them to 11. I'm going to buy them to 11 because the NFC East is the division race of the AFC West. Would you guys agree? That we have
totally disagree. Oh no, you're saying the Chargers,
I'm saying there are 2 teams at the top that are contending not against each other but for a Super Bowl. And they're just beating each other up in the same division.
I don't know about Super Bowl, but
I think the Cowboys and the Eagles are both Super Bowl contenders.
Completely, I'm going to sell the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are going to regress to 8-8.
What did they lose? Who did they lose?
It's not a matter of who they lost. I just don't think that they have chemistry like they used to. I think there's a lot of turmoil because you have Dak.
How do you lose chemistry if you don't lose players?
Because you have guys like Dak who want more money than they're worth. You have Zeke who wants more money.
We just reported on Jared Goff getting guaranteed 114.
I'm not sold on this Dallas team. I'm not. Okay, 8-8 is a bit of a stretch. I'll say they'll lose 1 extra game. So I'll say they'll go 9-7. That's what I personally think.
Brandon?
If Zeke is back week 1, I don't think it's much of a stretch to say they're going to go 12-4.
Thank you.
I really don't. That defense is really good.
Full year with Amari.
Amari Cooper is back.
They still have a great offense.
They added Randall Cobb with Cole Beasley.
But Beasley's gone.
But how?
Oh, Beasley's gone.
Beasley's in Buffalo. Yep.
Well, there you go. You named your Buffalo guy.
Hey,
You did it.
They have Randall Cobb. Dak Prescott in his 4th season now.
the most experienced slot receiver that he's worked with. Yeah, that could be huge for Dak.
A guy who has worked with Aaron Rodgers for
won a Super Bowl.
God knows how many years. So I mean, he'll be able to bring stuff to that offense that, in theory.
I mean, this is not 2010 Randall Cobb. This is not 2014 Randall Cobb. This is an older, slower guy, but he's still incredibly crafty.
And they got Jason Witten, guys. Jason Witten's back.
Jason Witten will be an upgrade from their tight ends from last year.
But here's the thing.
But it still runs through Zeke.
That's true.
Why I'm saying if Zeke is there week 1, they can win 12 games. If Zeke's not there, 10 wins at the most.
This division runs through Zeke. This division runs through Zeke's decision.
I think this is where I'm at in my mental state with giving them 9-7. I think there's compelling arguments why they will be one of the best teams, not only in the division but in the NFC. But this is the problem I have. There's always some sort of turmoil, much like Pittsburgh. There's always some sort of turmoil that happens in this team that halts their production, and there's always some reason. I can't necessarily pinpoint it every year, but I've seen this before with Dallas, where there's always hype and ballyhoo behind them. 12 wins, maybe even being a Super Bowl contender, and they still manage to have those kind of years. It's an identity thing to me. Now, I obviously know that those aren't the same players, but that's just where my mind is, and I just think Philly's the better team in my estimations. I think Philly's better.
Carson Wentz has to prove that he can stay healthy for a full season.
You're right,
true.
but I do think Philly's back this year.
I think Philly will be good if Carson Wentz is playing. If Carson Wentz isn't playing, they don't have Nick Foles this year.
Exactly. So you have to protect him even more. You have to change your offensive scheme to help protect the guy that you don't know how durable he is. You don't know, and now
he's been hurt 2 seasons in a row.
He has not been able to complete the important seasons, the seasons where he's actually competing.
But when he was healthy, he did put Philly in the position to win that Super Bowl.
He was an MVP candidate.
I'm not doubting his talent.
I know that's not what you're getting
But the best ability in the NFL is availability.
Exactly.
It's durability.
Durability, sure.
That is the most important ability in the NFL. And Carson, if he doesn't show it, he'll be out. That's just what it comes down to. If you can't play, if you can't consistently show you'll be here 13 even. If you play 13 games a season and you're a good quarterback, they'll keep you. They'll keep you for 15 years.
Look at Josh McCown.
Exactly. Look at the
Just
people,
retired and then came back.
Look at the people who stick around because they know what to do and they don't get injured and they keep their
Fitzpatrick.
head down. Fitzmagic money baby. He's out here balling, getting money, robbing teams blind.
Not even blind.
I need to know what he
He's
majored.
telling them before they start,
he's like,
I'm going to take your money.
He's like, bro,
I will be great for like 5 games tops.
Pick your 5 games wisely.
Ryan, thank you for coming in. We'd like to talk to you about mentoring Rosen coming in for the backup job. Here's how it's going to go down, guys. Okay, I'm going to steal a starting job in training camp. Okay, I'm going to lead you to 3-1. You're going to pay me. And then I'm going to throw 4 picks and chill out for the rest of the year, baby.
It's like
And I'll sit back.
It's like he knows when he gets his money to just lay down.
It's like the new SpongeBob meme, where it's like I'm gonna head out.
yeah, I'm out.
That's where it's at. Like week 4. All right, I'm gonna head out.
All
Like
right.
he's just out of here.
Well, okay, that's enough. Okay, that check cleared? All right. I'm
Babe.
good. That's it. He's
Babe,
just-
which one of the kids is driving so I can pay? Okay, we gotta get a car. So let's play.
he's going to end up as a professor at Harvard. Seriously.
This is how you rob NFL teams. That's his course.
They did
How to legally take money from the NFL.
Gridiron Heights last year.
Yeah,
like week 3,
Ocean 11.
they did Ocean's 11 with Fitz money doing the now and it was, who was it? It was Deshaun, or it was another journeyman
Yeah,
quarterback.
yeah.
Somebody being like, "How have you swindled all these different teams out of all this
One
money?"
of them was like, "Hey guys, why don't we actually play the best we can?" That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I don't even know. We
Philly.
were on Philly, man.
I'm buying Philly. I think Philly wins the NFC East. I have Philly going 11-5 this year.
I think we're all gonna buy Philly off of 9-7. I think we all believe that Philly's better. This year's Philly team is better than 9-7. What do you think, Brandon?
I think that would be 9-7. I think 9-7 is a pretty.
Do you think Wentz will stay healthy?
If he stays healthy, I still like him at 9-7.
All right. Hold.
Ryan
Most likely making the
Fitzpatrick-
playoffs.
Ryan Fitzpatrick career earnings $58 million over 14 seasons. Oh my gosh. 25th among quarterbacks all time. I'm taking his class. I gotta know. How'd you do it?
So how much do you have for Philly? I have 11.
I'll buy Philly to 11. I'll buy Philly to competing for the division and making the playoffs.
I think they'll win. I think they'll beat Dallas for the division.
Washington at no man's land of 7-9, and I'm selling. They brought back Adrian Peterson, which means they don't trust Darius Geis. That's what I'm reading into that.
Peterson had a good year last year, though.
Peterson had a good year, but you have a quarterback competition of Dwayne Haskins and Alex Smith.
Is Alex Smith going to be back?
Yeah.
Maybe.
No,
I mean,
it's Case Keenum.
they took. Where
Isn't
did
it?
Smith go?
Smith broke his leg last year.
So he's just.
I don't think he's playing
He
this
just
year.
pulled the Theismann and he's just out.
I think so.
Oh,
he
man.
did you see his leg?
You're right. Because
I'm,
Joe tweeted about it.
He
That's how-
obliterated his leg.
Yeah, he did. He got a Theismann.
I'm selling. I think they're going to go 5-11.
Oh, I'm selling hard on
I'm
Washington.
saying 6-10.
How long is Gruden going to be there for if he just keeps this up?
I don't know, man.
Not much longer.
My brother's trying his hardest, man.
But I don't think Dan Snyder cares. Does he even care about winning?
Why would you? I mean, you have the.
He seems like just businessman that bought a team for an investment. You know,
And they won't change the name. People
Yeah.
are mad about it and everything. And he's like, I don't care. They
He's like,
lost
hey,
their
man.
trademark.
we won some titles like 30 years ago. Come on.
So, okay, what about the Giants? Selling super hard. Giants are going to be the worst team in the NFC. I got them going 3-13.
That's because you are a Tampa Bay fan in denial. I'm buying the Giants.
I think
Why
the
would
Giants
you
will be
buy
better
the
as well.
Giants?
Thank you, Brandon.
I think
Who
the
do they
Giants
have?
will.
Daniel Jones, Sterling Shepard, maybe.
I'm
That's it.
buying the Giants
They
to
have
7.
they have Saquon Barkley, who's
The
better than
only-
anyone on the Washington Redskins roster.
The only way they win more than 3 or 4 games is if they bench Eli Manning and they don't have the balls to do it.
Saquon, Golden Tate, was the
Saquon
young
will
tight
have
end.
a- you know
What's
what?
his name?
Evan Ingram.
Saquon's
Thank
not
you.
You have to have an offensive line, and they don't have a great offensive line.
How did Saquon do last year, Brandon?
Most of that is his ability than anything else.
Well,
What are you saying?
He still has the same ability.
Yeah, his ability is not changing.
They're not going to win more than 5 games.
Oh,
They're not even going to win more than 4 games. Are you kidding me?
well, the great thing
They
is we
have
have it
no-
recorded.
Your ability gets you so far, as we've seen multiple
He
times.
got pretty far.
No, he'll have a great year.
He's probably the most talented running back in the NFL.
Yeah, but you can have the best running back ever. Doesn't mean that you're going to win more than 4 games. Barry Sanders was a great running back, always on crappy teams.
They won more than 4 games.
Barry Sanders did not have as good of teams as the Giants were last year.
I disagree. The Giants were trash last year. They're trash the year before that, and they're trash this year.
Going into the season last year, the Giants were supposed to get second place in the NFC.
Yeah,
weren't they?
Who said that?
People were
Who
saying.
said that?
People were saying.
Who was the maniac that said that?
Myself included, probably at that point, saying like 12-win season.
Well, their defense was supposed to be
their defense
way
is
better than they
outstanding,
were.
And then they traded Eli Apple, and do they even have who was the safety? Do they even have the safety anymore?
Landon Collins?
Thank you.
No, he went to Washington.
So their secondary that was superb is now just decimated.
Didn't he go to I think he went to Washington.
And secondly, somebody has to be crazy once.
Yeah,
in
they
a while
traded him.
and think that they're going to win more than 5 games.
Yeah, me.
What are they going to get? What are they going to get? 7?
New York? Yeah, I'll
No,
take
6.
New York at 7.
6.
6?
I'll take New York at 6 or 7.
Okay.
Okay. But here's what's going to be interesting. I think Dallas is going to win the division.
Yeah.
I got Philly.
Definitely.
I think the Eagles. It's going to come down to those 2, and I think the Eagles will win.
I was a little surprised to hear that from you, Brandon, that you say definitely the Cowboys are going to win over the Eagles. Do you think they'll take both games against the Eagles? Do they get split them?
They can split them, but they will beat the Eagles. With Zeke on their team, they are much better than the
Go to
Eagles.
the-
I could see Dallas winning with the same record and a tiebreaker over the Eagles to win the division and finish with the 3rd seed instead of the 5th.